The big secret of personal success is to decouple what is true from what works. And that's totally counterintuitive, and I think it's one of the biggest problems in the world, is that that's counterintuitive. The illusion that you have to focus on what's true as opposed to what works. I'm sorry, the truth gets you a bad outcome. So if you want a good outcome, you have to go a different direction, which is you don't ignore the truth, so you don't ignore it. You just find a way to slice through it, which is to focus on personal success strategies. Make sure that you go to school, even if other people don't. Make sure you don't get on drugs, even if other people do. People do understand how to be successful. The trouble is, if you're focusing on what's true, you're gonna go the wrong direction. You're gonna feel a victim. Do you know what happens if somebody tells you you're a victim? It raises your cortisol levels. It would be another form of stress. All stress raises your cortisol. Everything we know about everything says that telling people that they have an obstacle they can't easily get past will make them fail. However, everything we know about the world suggests that if you tell people that nothing can stop them, which is what? It's a lie. That's a lie. Of course things can stop you. There's a lot of stuff that can stop you right in your tracks. But if you act as though that's not true, when it's clearly true, your result will be way better. Because you're gonna push through the smaller problems. You're gonna say, well, there's a door in front of me and it's locked. I guess I'm done here. But if you told yourself that nothing could stop you, you'd find the keysmith, you'd figure out how to pick a lock, you'd go to the gym until you could kick that door down. And then you would kick it down. And then there'd be another obstacle. And then you say, another obstacle, just like I expected. And then you dismantle the wall one brick at a time, and you go to the next one. That's life. That's life. And I'll bet you if you looked at the population of people who told they couldn't succeed, I'll bet they didn't do so well. And I'm sure there are lots of reasons for the differences in performance. But I'll bet if you just remove this one thing, is that true? It's true enough. It's true enough for the purpose that you want it to be, which is to inspire people to do their best. But it's not true, you know, like true, capital T, true and, you know, that kind of true. Because a rock could fall on your head and kill you, right? A drunk driver could hit you tomorrow. No, you can't do anything that you want to do all the time. But if your mindset is that you can, you're gonna do better. So there's no way to separate the fact that personal success requires believing or acting as if you believe something that's absolutely not true. That personal success requires you to accept that which you know not to be true. That you can do anything. You can't do anything. You can't flap your wings and fly. But you can get through most problems. You can solve most problems. That is true. Everybody's got an advantage, you just have to find it. Instead of complaining about the other person having an advantage, which they do.
So, think about what's the holy grail between somebody taking action or not. It's one word, certainty. When somebody is absolutely certain, the common word is believe, right? But you can believe at a general level or you can believe with certain. When you're absolutely certain that if I do this, it's gonna get that result and that result's gonna change my life, you'll do it. When you think it absolutely is not gonna work, you're never gonna do it. The middle no man's land of maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, that's the piece that kills people, right? So if it's a must for you, you gotta make it work. Let's say a person has unlimited potential, we all agree. But they take little action, little results. Why? Because they have to start with a problem with their belief. They don't believe it's really gonna happen for me. But what happens is, if you believe that there's very little potential, how much action are you gonna take? Nothing, little. And when you take little potential with a little action, what kind of results do you get? Lousy little results. And when you get little results, what does that do to your belief? You go, see, I told you this was a waste of time, told you this wouldn't work. And then what happens? You tap even less potential. You take even less action. You get even worse results, and your belief gets even weaker. And this sucker feeds on itself until you are in the downward spiral. It's poisonous and it's self-fulfilling. Now, what if something could happen that could come along and fill you with a sense of absolute certainty? Not like I believe, but mean where you know. If you get yourself in a state of certainty that this is going to work, I'm going to find a way, and if this doesn't work, I will make the way, then you tap a lot more potential. And when you're certain in your potential, you take massive action. When you take massive action, you really believe in something, you get great results. When you get great results, your brain goes, see, I told you I was a stud. I told you this thing would work out. Now you're even stronger. You tap more potential, take greater action, greater results. And we get momentum. That's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Now some people go out and they go, well, I'm going to take a bunch of action. All right, I'm going to open this product. I'm going to try it. And they'll say to you, I even did it. So the core difference in people is how do you produce certainty when the world isn't giving it to you? How do you keep yourself going? We didn't change our potential. That was there. And it wasn't even taking more action. Taking more action with a belief it's not going to work, it's not going to change anything. We got results in our head that made us feel certain as if it had already happened.
If you imagine something truly and fully, if you truly, completely imagine it, to a degree your body will react to it. Let me give you an example. If you truly imagined yourself at war, day after day, you imagined yourself under attack, defeating the Matrix agents, you're top G, you're walking through life, the agents are coming, you're doing Aikido and you're destroying them, and you're the most powerful man in the world. If you truly imagined that and felt it in your mind to the point where you thought you were there and you felt it in your body, I would guarantee you, after X amount of time, you would have a higher testosterone level and your muscles would be stronger than if you didn't. I will guarantee you that. If you truly believe it in your mind, then your body will react. What does Morpheus say? The body cannot live without the mind.